I sort of always knew I wanted to be an artist, but I wasn't quite sure why. When I began college, I had a very influential teacher who turned out to be a very well-known painter. Donald Roller Wilson is his name. And he said, you don't want to be a graphic designer. You don't want anything to do with that. You want to be a painter. And so with that much deliberation, I said, oh, okay. And so I learned to draw and was expected to learn to draw. But I had in my mind that I wanted to be an abstract painter. I'd seen these big, awesome paintings at the museum, and I thought, boy, if that's what an artist does, that's what I want to be. And that was the way it was all the way through school, until I got here and began to teach over and over, day after day, how to draw realistically. I began to use some of those things in my own work. I was making drawings and began to put the watercolor into my drawings. And so little by little, I was sort of warming up the idea of painting some watercolor paintings. I made some of these shiny object paintings. I discovered a bunch of old World War II airplanes, shot photographs and made paintings of that. So at that point I quit doing that and I went back to black and white. I think when I've ever doubted what I'm doing, what I always do is go back to drawing. And I began to really seriously pursue the industry things. And so for many years I was associated with that theme, but I was always painting the landscape a little bit in the background also. Susie and I bought a piece of land in the Flint Hills of Kansas. The landscape I had to paint, not the sky, but the land itself suddenly was of great interest to me. And so that really became my muse. 1970, we came from Wichita State University, where I'd grown up, and came to Parkland College. It was a bunch of young people about my age, who mostly fresh out of graduate school, who were very enthusiastic teachers and impressive people. We formed these friendships and a bond across the disciplines that served us well. We're very proud of what we built there, and I particularly feel a bit parental and proud of the art design program that we built there. I love being a teacher. And although in the early days I had every intention of leaving and going on to something else, that didn't happen and it didn't work out. And soon I realized I have the very best job you could ever want to have. And so I invested in this job and in these people and in this place, and never regretted it. Art is sort of a record of your life journey. And when you get to be my age, that's easier to say and easier to believe, because you can look back and you can begin to see in retrospect how your work developed, why you did this and that, how this influenced you. After a while, it's just your life rhythm and your habits, and you have it and you have it, and it's the way we live. And you don't even think about, why am I doing this? Instead you think, this is what I do.